feel centered on the foam roller here. Kind of from the back of the occiput, which is your head, kind of to your tail. Excellent. And then feel that your feet are kind of in alignment with your knees and your hips. So hip, knee, kind of second toe position. Good. And then arms are kind of just a little bit spread out. You feel like just really centered and grounded here. Let's start with 3 really good deep breaths. Feel free to close your eyes if you want to begin. Taking in as much air as you can, imagining the air coming in through the mouth and the nose, going down in through the trachea, and expanding the lungs as if they're pockets of air that just expand. Excellent. And then just release. There's really no effort on the release part. Taking a nice big inhale, maybe a little bit more air this time. Setting kind of an intention for your session, knowing you're enhancing your awareness, your mind-body control, concentration, overall circulation here with the breath. And as you feel that you're just naturally breathing now with really no effort on your part, starting to just release any tension from the forehead down through the face muscles, the tip of the tongue centers on the roof of the mouth, releasing any tension through the jaw. And releasing our upper neck now by drawing a small line with the tip of your nose as if a pencil is tracing a line down and up, like you're saying yes. Feeling that upper cervical vertebrae release, centering the head beautifully on the tip of the spine. And then finding that you have a high point and a low point, and then a middle point, and just recognizing that. And then going back to the middle point, tracing a circle to the side now, clockwise, yeah. Just kind of feeling like you're just gently releasing that neck. A couple times in each direction here. And then going back to that center point. Taking a nice good deep inhale. As you exhale, feeling the collarbones widen, the chest release, the breastbone release. And now we're going to draw our attention to the exhale now. So the inhale is effortless. As you exhale, imagine your ribs are like wet towels, and you're going to wring them out, squeezing out every last bit of air as you exhale. The inhale happens naturally. Excellent. And then exhale, releasing any extra tension through those towels and just squeezing out the lungs. And just noticing how your ribcage starts to expand and contract in ways that you might not have felt today. Feeling more and more relaxed through the shoulders and the elbows, down to the wrists and the hands. Yeah, I like that you did that. A nice squeeze, maybe feel squeezing in the tension through the wrists and then just letting it go. Yeah, good. Awareness to your lower spine. We're going to create a diamond now. So you do have some good core control already from our prior session. So I'm going to have you create your diamond with your hand, palms on your as-is or your hip bone, your pelvis bone, with the tips of your fingers on your pubic bone. And as you take a nice big inhale, you're going to feel that pubic bone drop down towards the foam roller, creating an arch through your spine. This should feel very safe. You should feel very comfortable. So you're going to tip your pubic bone down towards the foam roller. And then exhale, pull the belly in. Yes, feeling it flatten nicely in a spine print on the foam roller. Good. We call it a spine print just like a footprint makes in the ground. So the spine is kind of articulating beautifully through that lower spine on the foam roller. And just following the breath here. Not really trying to change it, but just following it as you inhale and exhale through the lower spine, feeling that kind of opening through the pelvis here. Exhale, draining the belly in, seeing if you can get every segment of the low back onto the foam roller. Now I'm going to teach you something new today. Find neutral spine, which means somewhere kind of in the middle of where you just were. So just kind of a comfortable position. It's going to change every day, so just where you feel the most comfortable. And as you feel where the palms of your hands are, see if you can do a somewhat teeter-totter with your hands. So you're going to kind of drop one hip side to side and feel that, make it a little smaller. Feel that it's just truly the pelvis kind of rocking back and forth with control. So if we had a clock and we placed it right on top of your belly, where your thumbs are would be 12 o'clock, and where your fingertips are would be 6 o'clock. You see that image? And where your palms would be 3 and 9 respectively. So you're kind of at that 3 and 9 position. So side to side, feeling a little different muscle kind of isolation there. Good. Now kind of come back to your the middle of the clock. And what we're going to do is a little bit of what we call a pelvic clock. So I'm going to have you tilt back to 12 o'clock. Kind of imprint back to 12. Good. Now kind of roll over to 3. Yeah, and then down to 6. Over to 9. And then back to 12. So you have some good mobility there. Can you tell? That's why you should come to belly dancing with me. See if you can rein in the range just a little bit. So just make it a little smaller so that you find that you can start to control this nice symmetrical circle. Yeah, this is your first time. You're doing awesome. What you might notice is there's a couple sticky spots. Some spots, some quadrants, if you will, just aren't quite opened yet. Just be aware of it. There's no right or wrong here. Yeah. What I like to teach people is if they find a spot that they really just can't feel open, just to hold it there and take a nice good deep breath and kind of let the breath help you release it. And then try two in the other direction just to kind of feel the difference of the control and how the obliques kind of have to work a little differently. Just kind of be your own observer here. Just kind of notice what your body wants to do. Really nice. Awesome. And then come back to middle. Release your arms. Take a nice big deep breath. Excellent. What we're going to do now is what's called a bridge. So we're going to actually articulate, which means kind of just each segment by segment through the spine is going to kind of roll into a flexed position. So I'm going to have you just kind of imagine that there's a ball between your knees and you're going to squeeze it slightly. And as you squeeze it, you're going to start to slowly, the art of concentration here, right? If she gets in the way, I'll come get her. So I'm going to have you imagine the ball. Good. And then as you slowly start to exhale, I want you to start to tuck the tail if you had one and start to peel all the way up one segment at a time. Beautiful. Feeling that the knees kind of want to send their energy over the toes as your spine wants to roll up towards your chest.